Okay, so it's early in the AM, and I'm going to get right onto it. So it's been a while, but I got some energy. Yes, I got energy. Tons for days, because I'm in ketosis, and I do a million videos about it. But let's get on to the main subject. Now, there's a lot of reasons why people do not keto adapt, and they're literally freaking out because they're like, oh my God, I got my macros perfect, I go to bed early, like I just manage, and I am tired at 3 o'clock, or my glucometer is telling me that my glucose is up here. And I keep telling y'all, the reason why you don't have the business, right? 47, going on 48. You guys all know the numbers. 5 years and counting, no refeeds on carbohydrates, and I get a nice muscle pump and bubbly in ketosis. So a lot of people want to reach that level of, this is the business. Okay. But you got a couple of, some roadblocks to kind of get by. And people are sort of in denial because they don't want to think that they've got roadblocks, but you do. And one of those huge roadblocks that you guys have that you may not feel is a small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, which is called SIBO. There's other things like the quality of your liver and the gallbladder, which is a whole nother friggin' organ problem. But with that said, guys, so I just love this stuff. I love this stuff. I do. It's really awesome. The more you learn, the more you gotta learn. And I'm not, like, by all means a expert at SIBO, but I'm learning why people have a difficult time achieving the body that they want and remain chronically inflamed. So let's talk about some things like histamines. But let's start with the SIBO. So you have bacteria in your colon that creeps up to your small intestine. And people think they might have leaky gut, but you just might have a dysbiosis of the gut where bacteria is just starting to grow out of control. And you might have a little parasite issue because of antibiotics, because of poor quality foods and stress, messing up your gut flora. And of course our water. We all know that the fluoride just obliterates the gut. So if you think that you are so balanced, you are not. Myself and everybody else, especially who lives in the U.S., come on now. Stop being in denial when you're saying to me, I'm in perfect balance. No, you're not. Nobody is. And nobody is free of stress because stress can be on a cellular levels that you cannot see with your eyeball. So don't get it twisted. Okay, so what's the deal? Well, some people get like a gas, a bloat, they take the tests, they don't have, the Crohn's, full-on Crohn's, but a lot of those things like Crohn's disease or inflammation of the bowels, sometimes they don't appear on tests until it's too late, but you might not have certain bacteria in your stool suggesting certain types of inflammation, but with this kind of dysbiosis of your gut flora, you have this wildlife down in there, all these little bacteria, and it's like an 80-20-ish, I think, where you've got 80% good and 20% bad, and you need them both, and they balance. Because we are what? We are trying to reach a homeostatic level of being in balance. But we are not because of toxins, because of poor sleep, which is stress, and toxins are stress, and antibiotics and things of this nature. Things that kind of killed the little wildlife down in there. There, and here. So your gut's your immune system, and when your gut isn't functioning, you're not functioning. So I'll go to the gym, and it'll be like people having cold in the winter time, every freaking 4 weeks. And they'll be like they're in total denial. They're like, oh, like I can hear, it's allergies. Even if it's allergies, that's histamine. So, why is your freaking gut affecting your, creating allergies? Sorry, it's all connected. Really, it's all connected. I don't care if you have allergies or it's not allergies, but if you have allergies that you think is just something that is, like you don't know why, it just says, well, it's because you have a dysbiosis and because you're toxic that you've developed these allergies and this histamine response. But if you have a cold all the time, it's also because your gut biome's screwed up. So you have this IgA barrier where you're trying to keep like bacteria from growing all over the place, and part of that is having enough HCl levels, like the acid, enough acid in your stomach, because when people have the damn alkaline water, I swear, shoot me with a water gun, like I'm over it. Y'all, what the hell? Everybody's all looking for like the easy solution, just do what's logical. Really? Is water supposed to be alkaline? Yo, give up your omega-6 foods. You want less acidity in your blood? Get rid of the toxins and get rid of your grains and get rid of the crappy. Hi guys, I'm just on a little ranty poo. Yes. So, I gotta keep this stuff light because you all know I can get into it. So, yeah. A lot of imbalances going on. And a lot of denial. So, for example, if you got IBS, maybe not perhaps leaky gut, right, where the microvilli are destroyed and you have large particles of food going into your bloodstream, your body starts to attack itself. This is connected to your thyroid, or let's say that your serotonin, which is, hello, also made in the gut, is down and you're depressed because your floor is out of whack. But let's talk about the old IBS. So the IBS is what I'm talking about. This is the SIBO effect. And you could also have a candida overgrowth. And this is creating an imbalance of gut flora, which makes you sick and gives you the colds and flus and the allergy symptoms. But let's go deeper, right? Because we got things like eczema. We got rashes. We've got skin tags. We've got acne. We've got all types of, like shingles and things where your immune system's involved. There's a lot of stuff going on here on the surface that's going on here. So really, if you look at the quality of somebody's skin, you can see what's going on here. I'm not talking about wrinkles, which wrinkles have something to do with blood sugar dysregulation and the obliteration of your the collagen under your skin because of advanced glycation end product, which destroys the protein in your cells and makes it misshapen and sticky even in your skin cells. But the gut is also connected to your skin, right? Some people are bloated, and I'm like, there are some people that eat so bad that have the worst freaking SIBO and the worst friggin' like dysbiosis of the gut, and their skin is literally flawless. So sometimes the skin can be subjective to read as a roadmap to gut issues and liver issues. But if you actually see people with poor quality skin, then it's easy to read what's going on here. So you got people who've got dry skin. You've got people who've got blotchy skin, red scalp. They might have perfectly clear skin on their face, but they've got blotchy skin on their body, or they've got acne on their back, right? What about people who've got these rashes, or they've got broken blood vessels? There's so many things going on, and people are in denial of what they stick in their mouth. So again, when I go back to the coffee and the cheese and the nuts, is the reason why I talk about those foods in particular is because once you do keto, we're not even talking about toxic meats or bread or rice or quinoa or candy or dyes or any of that, because you got to cut those things out anyway to get into ketosis. But people are touting nuts as a good source of fat, but remember, they're high in omega-6, our bodies, and then people go, well, I'm going to have a bunch of nuts and then drink alkaline water. Come on now. Colon cooled off. Stomach fire, which is what I was saying before I digressed. You have to have enough stomach acid to stop bacteria from overgrowing and creating a histamine response and getting up to the old brain and giving you brain fog and messing with your immune system and creating disease. So how do you fix this? You fix this by getting out foods that are allergens and toxic and create a blood sugar dysregulation, or do a cross pollination, a cross reactive. So the hell, some of y'all need to read some science books, right? Wheat gluten intolerance, and the body begins to mimic certain things like dairy and oats as allergens beyond the casein in the cheese and the IGF-1 factor and the A1 cows, milk proteins. Seriously, I'm going to start doing like cheese rants all the time. Like, when I did even eat everything, I didn't even eat too many cheese and nuts because I intuitively knew gassy, flawless, not gassy, want to be flawless. It's like, eat a bunch of cheese and tell me you don't get gassy. Like, even that's ridiculous. What about, yes, and I've already, I've just did a video where I was in the store and I got totally busted because I was filming and they're like, you're not supposed to film in the store because this is Hollywood and you need permits everywhere in this damn town to lift a camera. I still sneak it in anyway. Especially when they make cameras smaller and smaller. But anyway, I was going on a rant about nuts, about how they're, and like people are like, somebody's talking bad about you on the message boards. And I'm like, I don't care. Because they don't look like me, yo. They don't got the business, right? At my age. And nobody's saying that. They're like, I got the business too. And I was able to eat all those food groups and blah, blah, blah. No, they can't do that. They can just snivel, bitch, and complain because people are addicted to food. They are addicted. If you feel that you can't live without something, I swear, please get truffles and buckets of nuts and go to town. Because I don't care. I only care about the people who are willing to do a process of elimination and see if they can reach a state of ketosis. Now, for those who just want to learn about SIBO, check it out, yo. I'm learning too. This stuff's really, absolutely, incredibly fascinating. So we have a lot to learn. Sometimes you got to experiment. Sometimes you got to clean out things and start over. But you can't just throw probiotics. That's a good one. Let's throw some biotics into the colon. You just can't just throw some resistant starch and some probiotics in the gut and be like, grow and create balanced wildlife. Because if your adrenals are shot, which is probably connected to the old gut dysbiosis, it doesn't work that easy. You got to clean that old gut out first. Because if you start throwing some probiotic up in there, yo, you can exacerbate, I said it wrong. You can exacerbate the problem and make that overgrowth just continue to overgrowth and more gas and more problems. So people start taking probiotics and they're like not even cycling them. They're taking them for years. You should try a probiotic. If you feel gassy, get off of it. If you've got a lactose issue, watch the type of probiotic that you use. People keep asking me about probiotics. I'm not a probiotic expert. I keep hearing about the wonders of soil-based, but that's a whole other subject. I'm not even pushing probiotics. I'm talking about clearing up the wildlife here, making it balanced. So how you do that is you eat properly. You get enough rest. And you do a low-carb, high-fat diet. So those little bacteria can stop feeding off the sugar, which is why you have such a huge craving for sugar. Is because these little critters will make you crave sugar. And that's a big reason. People are like, do I have leptin resistance? I'm like, maybe you just have a lot of damn candida. Yeah. Or maybe you just got a lot of SIBO going on. So, you want to get some rest. Your immune system needs to get a chance to rest. You guys stay up too late. Where are we? Damn it! I gotta do part 2. If you want to learn more about why you probably aren't getting into ketosis, look at your skin. Are you inflamed? Go to StephaniePerson.com, Stephanie the Business Person on my Facebook fan page, or Stephanie Ketogenic, to learn more. One of my rings just went flip. And that's it. I've got a couple more seconds. Remember, look at your skin. If you're red, if you're veiny, if you're bloated, if you look tired, if you have wrinkles, if you got stuff going on your body and skin, You need to check out the liver and the gallbladder